everybody, it's Edie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm basically going to just be sharing my process for coming home from the grocery store. I know that's so fucking random, but that is our world right now. So yeah, with the COVID-19 outbreak, I have been staying home as much as absolutely possible, and I think I've left my house once in the last 2 weeks, and that was to go to the grocery store. And then I needed to go again today because we are not like overstocking on anything. I'm trying to buy the things that we need for about 2 to 3 weeks at a time. That way I don't have to leave my house. But at the same time, I'm not trying to prevent anyone else from getting the things that they're gonna need for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, because that's what we should all be doing. So my mother, who has a heart condition, asthma, compromised immune system, pre-diabetic, like anything, any reason, and she's over 65, any reason she could have to stay in her house, she's got them. And she texts me today, hey, I'm going to Walmart, do you need anything? I'm like, why are you going to Walmart? And so she tells me she's got to go pick up some prescriptions. So I had to go to Walmart anyway, so I told her I would go pick up her prescriptions. And while I was in Walmart, I saw some really amazing things. I saw a lot of people kind of doing this, like they're not touching their faces. I saw people wearing masks and gloves. I did see much more kindness, which was a very pleasant surprise. And the thing that moved me the most, I actually started crying in Walmart a little bit. I had a breakdown when I got home, like full on bawling, but in Walmart, like I was tearing up and I got a little choked up because the associate that was unpacking some of the supplies, she was working in the cleaning area, and she was unpacking Clorox wipes. And she made it a point to walk away from her cart and go up to people. She walked up to me personally. She then left me and went up to another person. I saw her do this 3 times, where she personally walked up to people. Excuse me, ma'am, would you like a pack of Clorox wipes? Like, she was going out of her way to be kind. And even just talking about it now, it was like, I thanked her profusely for the Clorox wipes, but for being there. And every associate I saw working, I thanked them for being there, because without them, we would be screwed. I saw kindness. I saw people being more gentle and friendly and helpful to each other. I was actually in line at the pharmacy, and I needed to go pick up some body wash, and so I asked the person in front of me, would you mind moving my cart ahead? If the line moves, I just have to run over here. And she's like, yeah, that's fine, go ahead, I got you. And so I went, I grabbed my body wash, she had moved my cart up for me, then she had to go do something. I'm like, girl, go, I got you. So like, she went and picked up something, and people were just being kind and helpful to each other, and kind of not, obviously we're all thinking about ourselves and keeping our families safe and doing our part to supply ourselves, but people are also being more considerate and compassionate, which I love. I so hope that that continues after this pandemic has moved on. So I don't want my channel to be all down and dreary right now. I'm gonna talk about it, obviously, because it is consuming our lives right now. But because it's consuming our lives right now, I don't want my channel to solely be focused on the COVID-19 pandemic. I will not be sharing, you know, like updates or information. That is not my place. Please go to healthcare professionals and reliable news sources to get your information. Don't come to YouTube for that unless you're going to a reliable source. But what I am going to share with you is my life experience throughout this whole crazy process. So today I went to the grocery store and I picked up the stuff that we're gonna need for about 2 to 3 weeks. And I mean, I didn't overbuy, but I bought enough to get us through. So I bought a few canned goods. I bought a bag of cereal, a couple of gallons of milk, things like that. I was surprised to see actual bread on the shelves, but no bread making supplies. There was no flour or yeast or any of that of any kind on any of the shelves. So I'm hoping that those things come back into stock at least by the time that I need to go buy them, because I did buy some about 2 weeks ago, and I've made homemade bread, but I can probably only do that about 1 more time. I did get 2 loaves of bread, which are now in my freezer. I'd like to be able to just make bread if I could. So hopefully I'll be able to get the supplies. And I'm trying not to go to more than 1 store. I was gonna go to Walmart and Sam's, but the less exposure we all have, the better. So I chose to get smaller packages and probably spend a little bit more money than to risk going to a separate store. So I just went to Walmart. So what you're gonna see is basically my process for when I come home from the grocery store and how I kind of wash down everything. So if you're interested in what I'm doing right now to keep my family safe and how we are approaching bringing groceries and possible contaminated items into our home, then stick around. So this is my new normal. Kitchen gloves, and you can't see it, but off to the side I have a sink of bleach water and a washcloth. I just got back from the grocery store. We are staying in as much as absolutely possible, but obviously we do have to go to the store on occasion. You can see when I go to the store, my hair is completely tied up and pinned back. I have a headband on so that I don't have to worry about any wispy hairs getting in my face. There should be no reason for me to touch my face. Because of my job, I have a few masks, but I'm going to be making some cloth masks for us so that I don't have to go through my disposable ones. I have a very limited supply of them, and I just happen to have them because of my job. And the same with rubber gloves. I had a box of rubber gloves just because I do art projects and stuff. I wear clothes that can be immediately put into the washing machine. I'm still cleaning off my groceries, so that's why I haven't changed my clothes yet, but I plan to get immediately into the shower. My clothes will come off, go into the washing machine, and I will go get in the shower. We are not stock buying. We are buying the things that we need for about a 2-week period. So for example, I bought 3 gallons of milk because we go through a shit ton of milk. I bought 2 loaves of bread. So we're not excessively buying anything, but I'm buying what we need for about 2 weeks at a time, just so that I can limit the amount of times that I go to the store. Today is March 24th, 2020. This is the first time I've left the house in at least a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. My husband has only left once to go to work. They have put his job on teleworking, but he did have to go in a couple of days ago and pick up his laptop. But other than that, we have not left our house. No one is coming to our house. We are not going to visit people. We are being as distanced as possible while still staying in communication with people. We are texting and phone calling and, you know, video chatting. We still play our D&D sessions, but no one comes to our house. We play it online. I did go to the store today and I saw some incredibly stupid things, and I saw some extremely kind people and kind things today. So Walmart has put a limit on the things that you can purchase. Certain items have a limit on them. Toilet paper, obviously, being one of them. And I turned the aisle to go down the toilet paper aisle, and I didn't notice the person standing there because I was just looking down the aisle to see if it was worth going down. And I went and I saw some toilet paper, so I started walking towards it, and I went to pick it up off the shelf. I didn't see the sign because I wasn't going to buy. I was buying for myself and my sister-in-law, so I was going to get 2 packs, one for our household and one for her household, because my sister-in-law actually has no toilet paper because she hasn't been able to find any. She's gone every single day and has not found toilet paper. So I was going to get a pack for us and a pack for her. And I turned down the aisle and I went to, there was very limited toilet paper, so I went to go pick up a package, and I was putting one into my cart, and I was gonna pick up a second one because I didn't notice the sign. I had no intention of buying more than what I absolutely needed, and there wasn't but one of the one that I wanted. And the lady that was at the end of the aisle was like, "Oh, do you want one of these?" I just saw the sign, and I turned and looked, and she had like 8 packs of toilet paper, like 16 roll packs of toilet paper in her cart. So there's that. I saw families of 3, 4, 5, 6 people, the entire fucking family, hanging out in Walmart. Like, pick one person, pick a person of your household and send them to do the things that need to be done. There were entirely too many people out today. I live in Chesapeake, Virginia, and it's almost like business as usual, and it's very scary to see that many people out. You know, I did see things like that, but I saw a lot of incredibly good, positive things, and the positive things far outweighed the negative things that I saw. There was a enough, I guess, not enough, but more than is normal, of people wearing masks. I saw at least 10 or 12 people wearing disposable masks like the ones that I have. There were at least a handful of people that I saw wearing rubber gloves, and these are things that I take note of now. People are staying away. You don't see people huddled in large groups having conversations or, you know, bunched up in aisles. People are keeping their distance, which is a very good thing. People are being more friendly than normal, which is an excellent thing. The most heartwarming thing, and I know this is crazy, but the most amazing thing that I saw was the worker at Walmart was opening a box of Clorox disposable wipes, and she wasn't putting them on the shelf. She made it a point to go out of her way to go up the aisles to ask people, would you like a pack of Clorox wipes? And she came to me. I was one of the people that she approached. And ma'am, would you like a pack of Clorox wipes? Yes, please, thank you. And I took it. And then she left me and she went up another aisle and offered them to people. And so I made it a point to thank her profusely. And I thanked every person who was working there today, because they don't have to be there, but they're putting themselves in harm's way. And I saw a couple of workers wearing masks, but all of them, I think all of them had on gloves, but only a few had on masks. But they were being more helpful than normal. And like every aisle, people were stocking shelves. They're trying to keep us in supply of what we need, because had people not gone out in droves and excessively bought things, that would not be an issue. But because it is an issue, they're trying to get it back to stocked. Like there was bread on the shelves today. There was absolutely no flour of any kind, no yeast of any kind. Like the supplies to make homemade bread are gone, but the actual shelves of bread were there today, which that's the first time I've seen bread in about a month, at least a month. Not that I go often, but my point is the shelves have been wiped clean. Certain things are still missing. Obviously hand sanitizer, hand soap, those kinds of things are completely gone. My particular brand of laundry soap is completely gone. And there was plenty of laundry soap to choose from, but we have very sensitive skin, so we have to be very careful about what we use. Our brand was completely wiped out. My specific deodorant was gone, and that seemed to be the only one that was gone. So there's not a run on deodorant, which is okay, but but the reason I started this section of the video is because I wanted to show you kind of what my new process is, my new normal. I'm a bit of a germaphobe anyway. I haven't normally brought my groceries home and cleaned them, but that is now something that I'm doing, and I recommend that everybody does this because you just don't know. You can't see it, but back behind the camera is the pile of stuff that I have already wiped down, and then here in front of me is the stuff that still needs to be done. I bring this stuff in and I sit it on the floor. I do not put it on my counters. I do not put it on my table. It goes directly to the floor in the bags. And then I take out each individual piece. I start with all of the freezer stuff and refrigerator stuff so that I can get those things wiped down, and I then give them time to dry before I put them into the cabinet. So like I said, you can't see it, but over here is a sink of bleach water solution, and I wipe every item down and set it off to the side to completely dry before I put it into my cabinet. So I've done all of the refrigerator and freezer stuff, and so all that's left here at my feet is like the pantry and dry goods. So rather than wasting Clorox wipes for something like this, because there is such a big amount, like I probably have 20 bags of groceries here, rather than waste Clorox wipes on these things, I made a solution of bleach water, and I just have a wet washcloth. It's hot bleach water, which is one of the reasons I wear the gloves, so that I can get the water as hot as possible, but obviously I don't want to be touching bleach, so gloves it is. And then I just pick up individual items and I wash every side, all 4 sides. If it's a square, if it's like a milk jug, I wash the handle, I wash the lid, I wash up inside the groove of the handle. Every space on that, around the top where we're going to be touching, and then I wash all of the sides. So I just wash down everything and then put it over in my pile so I know it's clean, away from the groceries that have not been cleaned yet. And I'm only doing a couple of pieces at a time, so I'll wipe down maybe 2 or 3 pieces, and then I'll wet my washcloth again because I want that bleach solution to be potent. So depending on the size of the item and how long it took me to wipe it down, I might only wipe down 2, like this one. And then I go re-wet my washcloth. And you can't see it, but I'm actually like swirling it around here in the sink to wash the washcloth and get it fully saturated again. And then I wring it out really well. And then I come back and start again with another couple of items. So smaller things like this single size can, I'll probably get 3 items wiped before I rinse my washcloth. But I want the water to stay hot, and I want the bleach to be potent. So I don't want to wipe off everything, like use up all the bleach water. And I'm like turning the washcloth to a different area, so I get as much unused washcloth space as possible. And I will tell you, I'm actually surprised by how much dirt and shit is on my grocery. Not surprised. Surprised is not the right word. Because I know these things sit in factories and warehouses and get dusty and nasty. But my point is, my bleach water is actually turning, I don't want to do that because it's going to be really loud. My bleach water is actually turning quite dingy and gray. So this is my new normal. And even after the COVID-19 has been contained and it's safe for us to just go to the grocery store again and buy things and put them directly into the counter or cabinets, I mean, this is a practice that I may keep up. Because like I said, I am a bit of a germaphobe, and I don't know who's touched this, and I don't know what is on it. I don't know where their hands have been. I don't know what illnesses people have. And because of the way this spread, we won't know if we have another outbreak right away. So this is a good practice. I think that I'm going to continue long after. Like, this may be something that I do forever. We'll see. So I just wanted to kind of share this process with you. Everything else I have is pretty loud. Actually, I can do the bread. Let me re-wet this. But even things like this, even like the bread, I am literally wiping down the entire package. And like I said, this is probably going to be my new normal, my new permanent normal. Just because you just never know. So I just wanted to kind of pop on and share that little bit with you. I'll be doing more of these, and I will be testing out different camera options. I had planned on starting my YouTube channel again, and so I've actually been looking into which camera I wanted to get because I wanted to update the video quality. However, I'm actually out of work because of the virus, so I don't have the money coming in that I'm used to, and that means a camera is not something that I'll be able to invest in right now. So I will be doing some test videos for my camcorder that I've used for a couple of years now. I have an iPhone 11, which the video quality may be exceptionally better, but I don't know. We'll have to test it and see. So there's going to be a video coming showing a couple of different video options, and maybe get your opinion on which one looks the best, which one sounds the best, but I'll go over all of that in that video. So I just wanted to kind of share my process with you. I hope you are all being safe and protected and doing smart things like this on your own and not wasting the Clorox wipes on things like this when you can fill a sink of water with bleach solution and a washcloth. Be safe, don't touch the bleach, wear some gloves, keep the room ventilated. I have my kitchen window open. Be safe, be smart in every aspect of this. Be safe and smart in the fact that how you handle the bleach and also in using it to wipe down all of your items. So there you have it. That's kind of my process for right now. I don't see that changing anytime in the near future. I think this is my new normal. And I think that's something that we all need to just kind of come to terms with, is we have a new normal. Just because the COVID-19 pandemic is going to eventually be something that we can control, something that we have vaccines and treatments for, this is our new normal. Like, our world has changed, and I think that we need to start looking at things in such a perspective. Like, don't feel like you're being forced to do these things right now. Like, transition. Have this be your new normal. And once things are normal, then they don't feel so uncomfortable. So find a new normal for yourself, something that makes you feel like you still have the control and you're not panicked or freaking out or forced to do any of this stuff, but something that is just part of how you live your life. And that's going to make this transition a lot easier, I think. So if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you do when you bring your groceries in. Are you bringing them right into the house? Are you leaving them sit out in the car for a while? I live in Virginia and our weather is crazy, and I just can't do that, especially not with, you know, dairy products and frozen items, and the weather's starting to get a bit warmer. So that is not an option for me. I have to bring them into the house, at least into the garage. So I may change and decide to bring them only as far as the garage and wipe down the, like the refrigerator and freezer items and put those away immediately, and then leave everything else in the garage. But I like the idea of just wiping everything down, because then I don't have to worry about, oh, I need this thing, it's out in the garage, let me just go grab it. And then I haven't wiped it down and the risk is still there. So for me, it makes more sense to bring it in and wipe it down immediately. So let me know what your new normal is and how are you handling bringing in items that you've purchased into your home. We're also doing the same thing for the mail. When we check the mail, we're literally, I don't care if it gets smudged or what, we are wiping every piece of mail down. If we get packages, we are wiping down the items that come out of the boxes. The boxes go immediately outside, and we wash our hands really, really well. So for someone who's already a germaphobe like me, I've just basically taking my hygiene to the next level. And I mean, I know that probably seems anal to a lot of people, but if it keeps us safe and protected, then so be it. So that's kind of how I'm looking at things. I keep seeing this thing that pops up on Facebook and Instagram. If after this is all done, it looks like we overreacted, that was the point. That was the point, because that means we didn't get sick, you know, less people died, and we prevented this from being even more catastrophic than it already has been. So yeah, if it looks like you overreacted, that's the point. Good job. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope that you are being as safe as possible with anything that you're bringing into your home right now. Let me know what you're doing, and I'd love to hear about you and your family and what you're doing in this time of elective quarantine. Let me know where you live. Are you guys on lockdown from the government, or are you just choosing to stay home? And what are you guys doing in this family time together? Thank you all so much for being here. Remember, you are fierce, you are fabulous, and you are fucking badass. So keep that shit up, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye! I went to Walmart today. Today is March 20. Alexa.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now.
Right, of
Please
course.
try a little later.